Hello, everybody, and welcome to From the Mezzanine, the Broadway podcast for the Broadway fans, myself included. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of From the Mezzanine. I am your host, Lindsey Stone. I can't wait to tell you guys about Miscast25. I attended it this past week. Well, attend is a loose term. I did the red carpet for Miscast25. Honestly, dream come true. I have watched Miscast videos for years. Of course, there's the iconic Aaron Tveit and Gavin Creel, Take Me or Leave Me, that just replays in my head nonstop. Ben Platt singing Wizard and I. Most recently, Aaron Tveit singing Mine Hair. Miscast is something that is so intrinsically important to musical theater as a whole. And every single year, it is so anticipated by all of us big old musical theater nerds, because we cannot wait to see what our favorite stars of the stage are going to pull out. You never know. And this year was absolutely no different. And the fact that I was able to represent FTM on the red carpet, dream come true. I got to speak to Cole Escola from Oh Mary. Stop. I can't believe that even happened. I still can't. I look at the video and I'm like, wow, this exists. This was a thing. I got to speak to my dear friend. We go way back, Tom Francis, if you know, you know, from Sunset Boulevard, and David Thaxton, also from Sunset Boulevard. I got to speak to Jordan Tyson from Gypsy, Helen J. Shen, Maybe Happy Ending, and Marcus Choi from Maybe Happy Ending, Britton Smith. It was just an incredible night. I had so much fun. And I feel like I'm really finding my footing on these red carpets, doing these interviews. This was actually like, let's talk milestones. This was the first time I didn't prepare like cards with questions on it. Usually I was like, oh, I just need to have something to do with my hands. Like I need to have a card in my hand. Like this stuff is new to me still. I did my very first red carpet a year ago. And now I've done a handful of them. And I finally feel like, like relieved. I still get a little nervous because the rush of it all, and you never know who you're going to speak to. We really and truly did not know who's going to be traipsing down that carpet. I also want to give like a massive shout out because my favorite podcasters were on the carpet. The Good Children. Do any of you know that podcast? Joe Hedges and Andrew Muscarella. They have been doing more and more things in the theatrical sphere lately, and the fact that I hadn't met them yet, seriously, was a crime. And I had an inkling. I was like, they are going to be at this event. I just know it. And sure enough, they were there on the carpet, and I completely lost my cool. I like to think I maintained like a sense of professionality for the duration of the carpet. I really was proud of myself. Like I kept it together. But then after the carpet ended, I walked over to the Good Children and I was like, you guys, I love you so much. And I was like, I have been not fangirling all night, but let me take this moment to tell you guys how much you mean to me and how much I love your podcast. And I hope to see you at more of these events because you're doing more theatrical things. And oh, they were just like, I literally asked for a hug. Like I fangirled. I was like, can I have a hug? Like they just felt so warm. So if you don't listen to their podcast, you totally should. Good Children. I love them so much. And that was truly the highlight of my night. But in addition to all of these interviews that I'm about to show you, the highlight reel. I'm so excited to share this with you guys because it was just an incredible night. These red carpets, sometimes they can be like a little like, what's going to happen, especially for award shows. Like the energy is a little bit different, but this one, it's not an award show. It's just everybody's celebrating theater and the new heights it can reach, because like, why aren't we doing Wedding Singer with Andrew Barth Feldman and Helen J. Shen, gender swapped? Why aren't we doing that? I think we should do that. So it's just a night to play around and be fun, experiment, see what happens. And it's just awesome. So anyways, please enjoy this highlight reel, including some of our FTM favorites: Cole Escola, Tom Francis, David Thaxton, Jordan Tyson, Helen J. Shen, Marcus Choi. The night was one to remember. So please enjoy this highlight reel from Miscast25. This is From the Mezzanine, coming to you live from Miscast25. Hello,
Hey,
Tom.
how you doing? I get my own
I'm
mic.
good. Yes, you do.
This is from the mezzanine.
From the mezzanine
From the
with
mezzanine.
Tom Francis.
Hey, how you doing?
Now I have to tell you, we have met before.
Yes.
You probably don't remember, but it's very niche.
Yes.
At Heidi Klum's Halloween party
Ah, yes.
when you were dressed as the Bee Gees,
Yes.
iconically.
Yes. That was a great night.
Amazing night. What do you say?
That was a great night.
And here we meet again at
Here we meet
Miscast25.
again.
Absolutely wonderful night.
Yes.
Take two.
Take two.
Okay, I have a question, and I fear you might have already been asked it. However, who, if you were to miscast your role in Sunset Boulevard?
There we go. Sing it. One more time.
Sunset Boulevard.
There we go.
Thank you. Was it approved?
It was approved.
Okay,
It's
okay.
approved.
If you were to miscast your role,
Yes.
who would you want to play it?
Well, I've already said Nicole,
Oh, yeah. I mean, you'll need to do a swap cast.
but I also would love to see Ramin Karamalou do it.
Now, that would be iconic. Has
Actually,
he ever...
that's not really miscast though, is it? Because he's kind of like me.
Yeah, he could, I could see a world in which he would play your role. So
Okay.
who would be, off the wall that would just devour it?
An off the wall that would devour it. Lilias White.
Yeah. Okay.
Lilias White.
What can't she do?
What can't she do?
I love it.
Yeah,
Okay, thank
she's
you.
incredible.
Why don't we play our game that we
Yes.
have here? Now, you're not performing tonight, right?
No.
So this is what you're going to do next year.
Right.
Just kidding. This is a random miscast performance generator. So you're
Oh,
going to pick a
no.
musical, close
What
your
if I don't know
eyes.
the musical?
You can repick.
Okay.
And you pick the song and who you perform with.
Okay. I think I'm going to be very terrible at this game.
I'm going to pick one for you.
I think I'm going to be terrible. Oh, next to
Do you
normal.
know
would
Next
be
to
really
Normal?
good.
What would you sing?
David, help me out. Next to normal songs. Other than that, I could sing this miscast. Other than he's not here. Why don't we do this together? Let's do this together. Come here. We're going to pick a musical and we're going to do one together. Sorry. We're taking over.
You'd be great in that role.
Here.
What's the game? What are we doing?
Oh, let's do that.
Yes, please. I literally just said
Mamma Mia would be great.
Donna Sheridan is like my dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be great in that.
You're third, because it's a trio of women.
What are the other two called?
Well, I guess it would be Pierre Marius.
Yeah, Marius. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be Pierre Marius. He
Yeah.
would be the third one.
Perfect.
What would we sing?
Yeah.
What would we
Marius.
sing?
That says Mamma Mia, not Les Miserables. Mamma
No,
Mia.
Pierre.
Yeah.
He would be our third.
Well, yeah, but why are you still talking about Marius?
I don't know. I'm getting confused.
Yeah. So you, me, and Pierre as what's
As
the
the three
band
mamas.
called? I don't know, but yeah, that. Yeah.
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 I can't
Don't-
No,
remember.
but we've got to perform a song, is what we're saying. So we've got to
Oh,
pick a song now. Do you know which one do you want to
Probably
do?
Dancing Queen or whatever they do at the end.
I think Super Trooper with
Yeah,
the
great,
lights at
great.
the
Let's do it.
Great.
You jump down a little bit. We'll just do the beginning, and it'll be like the Bee Gees.
It's
Ready?
like Queen. How does that?
This
what-
is the note. Super Trooper, you're gonna find me.
Super Trooper.
That's great.
It's
Isn't
great.
It? We gave it. There you go.
You heard it
There you
here
go.
first.
It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you. Do you want to stick around for a while?
Here we go. I'm passing the baton.
It was nice seeing you again. Okay, hello. How's that
Hello.
over there at Sunset Boulevard?
It's great. It's great. Thank you. It's
I have a-
yeah, wonderful.
I have a really important question.
Okay.
Can you rate my Sunset Boulevard?
What-
Actually, I want you to be if it's bad, just tell me, okay?
What do you mean?
I'm going to sing it. Okay, ready?
Do you want unabashed truth, or do you want me
Yeah.
to make this a nice
No, I
moment
want
for
you
everyone?
to be truthful
Okay.
because I've practiced a lot.
Okay.
Sunset Boulevard. That's
7 on 10. Easy.
7 out of 10.
If not 8. Good
And
for
you
you.
hear it
Yeah.
every night
Yep,
from
yeah,
Tom
yeah. No,
Francis.
you could be him.
Don't say too much.
Honestly.
Okay, thanks.
Nailed it.
I love that. Yes, come on over. I love your dress.
Thank you very much.
You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, you're British too.
I am.
I don't know that. I had no idea. You came over from the Weston show?
Yes, I did.
So next year when you perform, because obvi,
Thank you for
this is what
manifesting
you're
that.
gonna
Okay.
do.
Book of Mormon.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. This is good.
The opening number. The
Yes.
all of the 2,500 parts. Me.
Iconic. I need to see it. I can't wait. I'm getting a ticket next year.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you for
great.
your support.
Hi, Queenie. We met at the Maybe Happy Ending cast album party very briefly.
yes.
We had the same choir teacher growing up. You remember?
Martha Harvey.
Martha Harvey. Shout
The
out.
one, the only.
Yes, the one. She'll love this.
I know she's gonna be all over this.
Hi, Martha. Okay, so you'll be performing tonight.
I will.
Can you give us any little hint, like one word descriptor of what you're performing?
Stokes.
What?
Stokes.
Stokes. So Oh. Okay, I was like, I'm not getting it yet, but maybe I'll get it eventually.
It's kind of a deep cut, but it shouldn't be.
Ooh, okay, I'm very, very
That's
excited.
more hints than I need to give.
Yeah.
That's more info.
We have to stay tight-lipped. Okay, so growing up, did you ever watch any Miscast videos that were your hyperfixation?
Of course I did.
Tell me.
Of course. I mean, Aaron Tveit is
Everything.
Is everything.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which performance? I loved, of course, his performance with Gavin Creel, the Take Me or Leave Me.
Yes.
That was my pure hyperfixation.
I also I just saw her. It was with the fiddler. It's the fiddler. Katrina Lenk. Katrina Lenk. We got Katrina Lenk.
Yes.
That's iconic. I mean, iconic. Really
iconic.
I think also this lineup tonight has a lot of just miscast royalty.
Yes, it does.
Like Raul Esparza.
Yes.
I think I'm sitting next to Jordan Fisher. Like I'm a little bit like, what is happening? What is my life right now? But so thrilled.
It's
so
iconic.
Unbelievably thrilled.
You're going to have the best time. So my question is, if you and Andrew Barth Feldman were to be miscast in a production together, what would you want it to be?
We should do Miscast Wedding Singer.
Oh! I'm in. She had an answer right away.
We've talked about doing it the right casting way, but I do think that flipping it would be really good too.
I love that. Okay, so you are performing tonight. However, this is for next year.
Okay.
This is our random miscast generator.
Okay, great. I'm gonna do you and me, but mostly me with I can say anybody.
Anybody.
All right, Miss Leia Salonga, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do together.
I love it. Thank you so much, Helen.
Unhinged. Thank you so much.
You're the best. Thank you. You as well. Hi, Marcus. I'm Lindsey. It's so nice to meet you. How are you feeling tonight at Miscast25?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
This is my very first miscast, and I wish I was more familiar with it, with the history of miscast and its performances.
I'll give you a history lesson.
Okay,
later.
please do.
Okay, well, right now, it's very important to a lot of us, especially the younger population, which, this is my connection to it.
Sure.
It's basically the moment that you get to see your favorite actor from Broadway do the thing you never expect them to do. So it blows your mind.
Yes.
It goes viral.
Yes.
And
I love it.
it's like everybody's hyperfixation.
I love it. I'm here for it.
So of the performers tonight, who are you most excited for?
Well, the easy answer is my girl Helen J.
Yes,
Shen.
of course.
So excited for her.
Yeah.
But honestly, the lineup is insane.
Yeah, it is. I mean, always,
yeah.
but specifically this year, yeah.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
mean, a good friend of mine, Megan Hilty, she's here tonight, so excited to
queen.
see her, and yeah, I just think it's going to be a fun time, yeah.
Hi, Jordan. It is so nice to meet you. I'm Lindsey.
Lindsey, nice to meet you.
I desperately need to get you on my podcast.
Oh,
You've been at the top of my list for so long.
I love podcasts, so let's do it.
Yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
Perfect. It's from the mezzanine. I'll DM you.
Wonderful.
I'm sorry, that won't air.
That's okay.
I didn't mean to ask you while
She's
we're
gonna
airing.
DM me.
Our random miscast generator for next year's performance.
Okay.
You're going to pick a paper with your eyes closed. Tell us what it is. Pick a song and who you're going to sing it with.
What if I don't know the show?
That's okay. We'll cut it. Redo.
And who I'm going to sing it with?
Yeah. Oh,
Brent.
you said what if I don't know the show?
I know the show.
What are we singing?
I'm Mimi,
Yeah.
and we're singing, what's the light song?
Light My Candle.
Light My Candle.
With? Who's your dreamboat, Roger?
Oh my God. Joy Woods.
Per.
Joy? I'm Mimi though, I'm sorry.
I'm sad.
But
I
you
am
would
sad.
eat that up.
Yeah.
We would eat that up.
Would you light my candle? You'd crawl on the floor? Ooh.
Yeah.
What are you staring at?
Exactly.
I love it. Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Oh my God, this is cute.
Are you Breton?
Yes, I
It's so nice to meet you in person.
Oh my God, you know me?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's fabulous.
How are you?
I'm good.
Are you
Happy to be here.
Yes, as are we all. Miscast25.
good.
It's iconic. What are you most looking forward to tonight?
Okay, I don't know what everybody's singing, and that's exciting to me. Some of the names on this list are very notable.
Yep.
So I'm excited to like see what they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're performing.
Yeah.
Give us a one-word hint of what we have to look forward to.
Cheryl Ralph.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she is our honoree
That's
after
not
all.
a word, but you know what I mean.
In a way, it is.
Yeah. I mean.
It's an essence.
Yes, it is. It really is.
Is she here yet?
I haven't seen her. I literally ran up. I came straight here. It's very cold. You must be cold as well.
I'm okay. I'm kept warm by the adrenaline.
Amen. Amen. I haven't seen her yet, but I know she's gonna be here. She's the honoree.
We'll feel it. Like
Yeah.
she'll get out of her car,
presence
the
will be
energy will
known.
shift.
Her presence will be felt.
And we'll all like straighten our spine a little bit.
We must. Yes, and speak well around her.
Oh, don't put that pressure on me.
Yeah. It's there.
Okay, so for next year, when you obviously come back to perform for all of us with your amazing vocals, here's our Miscast random song generator.
Hey.
Are you ready? You pick one.
This is a song that I'm gonna sing next year.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh, Dear Evan Hansen.
Everybody's picking it. What would you
What's
sing?
up? I don't know the show that well.
Okay, pick a new one.
Is that crazy?
Nah.
Wait, I'm mad at this. I'm gonna be so bad at this.
Why, you're not a musical girly?
I think I am, and then in these moments, I'm like, oh, I'm not.
Wait, try.
Can it be something from like Wicked or something?
Actually, I don't even know if Wicked is in here.
Ah, shit. I am a musical
Which is
girly.
so not cool for
oh,
me.
Man,
Wicked's my
come on.
favorite. Phantom?
The Phantom of the Opera?
You know?
I want to be the Phantom, of course.
Okay, of course.
That's the best I can do, babe. I'm actually proud I know that.
You ate it.
Thank you.
All right, we have that to look forward to next year. Thank you so much.
Yeah, me at the Phantom next year is kind of sexy.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm with it.
Okay, cool. Thank
with
you.
it. Thank you.
Have a
Cheers.
good night. Cheers.
Yes.
Cole, you are so good.
Thanks.
Oh, honor of my life to be speaking with you right now.
Stop it.
Oh, don't even.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
Oh, okay. You're everything. I love O'Mary.
I'm nothing. I'm stupid. I'm an idiot.
You're God's gift to Broadway.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Okay. Well, actually,
I thought
that's
you
a
needed
little
to
too
know
far.
that.
Okay.
No,
thanks.
I don't.
Thanks.
No. Yeah. Okay. So, are you performing tonight?
Yes.
You are.
Yeah.
Can you give us a one-word hint of what you're performing?
No. That's my one word.
Okay.
And you can take that as a hint or an answer to your
It
question.
could be say no to this.
Yes. Could
you
be.
Never
You
know.
never know.
You never know.
No. Yeah.
Okay, so for next year, when
Yeah.
obviously you're welcomed back,
Uh-huh.
this is our Miscast generator.
Okay.
Yes, you pick a musical,
Okay.
and this is what you're going to be doing next year.
Okay.
And you get to pick who you're going to do it with, what song.
Oh, like this is the okay. This I
All
get
the
to pick
things.
like Rent. Okay.
Okay.
And now
Good.
and I get to pick like what song that I would sing from Rent.
Precisely.
Oh God, I don't know because I'm right for all those roles.
Yeah, you're right.
Just kidding. I don't know what I guess Over the Moon. What? Yeah.
Cow jumped over the moon.
Yeah. That song.
That would
But
actually be everything.
Thanks. Thank you.
Everything. And then if Mary Todd
Oh, and then
Lincoln,
yeah.
we're going to be performing. I mean, we don't know that she isn't performing tonight,
We
but
don't.
however,
Yeah.
if she was,
Yeah.
what would she sing?
If Mary Todd Lincoln, she would sing something. She would sing the whole score to a show. She would want the most stage time.
Okay.
So whatever the longest show, what's the
longest show?
longest musical you can think of?
I don't know. On Broadway right now, I feel like it's like Gypsy, and I think she would do really well.
I don't know,
No?
but
Okay,
I'd rather
right.
see her do something like really wrong for her, like
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know, maybe the whole score to Brigadoon, like including humming the instrumentals and yeah.
The way I need that right now.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm dying for it.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Cole.
Thanks. Nice to meet you.
Cheers. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have a good night. That was crazy. That was crazy. From the mezzanine as I miscast.
If you're wondering whose hand keeps handing over the deli container, it's mine.
Broadway bestie Bryn. She's always got my back. Cheers. Cheers. So that was the best night ever. Truly. I had the absolute best time. Thank you so much for inviting FTM to come and represent at Miscast25. But guys, I have a lot of shows to break down with you guys this week. First and foremost, last 5 years, I saw it a second time. This is starring Nick Jonas and Adrienne Warren, so we need to speak about that. Smash, I finally saw Smash, highly anticipated for me, starring Robin Herder. Lots to say here. And I went to the opening night of Take the Lead at Paper Mill Playhouse, starring Adrian Vallon and Tam Mutu, who you know as the original Duke in Moulin Rouge. And I also, last night, I lost my playbill, low-key. I'm kind of sad. I need somebody to bring me a new Boop playbill. But I saw Boop, Boop Boopy Doo, starring Jasmine Amy Rogers, who is my new favorite diva on Broadway. So first and foremost, let's talk about the last 5 years. So I had already seen this show. I saw it the first week of previews. It was a busy weekend for Nick Jonas. And now I realize that it was the same weekend as Jonas Con. He had just opened a show on Broadway. And there was one other crazy thing he was doing that week, I think, with the Jonas Brothers. So it was a very busy week. And for those reasons, I think he just wasn't bringing his A game. However, now he's bringing it. He was 10-fold so much better than the first time that I saw him. First time I saw him, I thought, wow, he's really holding back. He doesn't seem very confident. Is this the Nick Jonas that we know and love, who has done Broadway before? I had a hard time believing. I really had a hard time thinking, why did they cast him? But now I see why. He is so good as Jamie. I was so pleasantly surprised. So deeply so. Adrienne Warren, she's consistent. She's amazing every single time. The last 5 years is still a very good show on Broadway. I would implore you to see it, especially if you're a Nick girly. I still think, of course, Jeremy Jordan, nobody can ever compare, which, by the way, seeing Floyd Collins tomorrow night, I cannot wait to see my man Jeremy Jordan once again live and in the flesh. Oh, I love him so much. But we're talking about last 5 years right now. Score, it's still one of the best scores. I just think everybody should see the show. Like, I honestly do. To see it play out on Broadway is such a special thing, considering the fact that it has had such a life. And yet it never was on a Broadway stage, and now it finally is. I will say, I think the general consensus, if you're not super familiar with the last 5 years, which actually, to my surprise, I think a lot of people aren't, I think it can be underwhelming for some, because the set is very minimal. The songs are primarily solos. You get a couple of duets, but they're 90% solos. And it's kind of more of a review. It doesn't have an ensemble. There's nothing to amplify the musical. It's very stripped back and true, I feel, to its original form. And I can be on board with that, because to me, the music speaks for itself. The score, it has such a place in my heart personally. But I don't disagree, and I'm not surprised by the fact. We're surprised by the fact. That's one of the lyrics. A little time, that's all I can do. I am not always on time. Okay, sorry. I'm not surprised by the fact that people who aren't familiar with the score or the movie are feeling underwhelmed. I understand. Like, I can see it too. But guess what? It goes by in a flash. It says it's a 90-minute musical, and maybe it is, but to me, it feels like it's literally 30 minutes. It feels so quick. So some people are saying they're bored. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so short. Like, how are you getting bored? You do need to have a better seat for this. I thought the first time we saw it, we had a really good seat. We rushed it and we were in the mezzanine. But the second go round, we were center orchestra, like couldn't have been better. And you could, there's a lot of the set that's really on the right-hand side of the stage. Like, if you're looking at the stage, I don't remember what stage left and stage right is anymore, but if you're looking at the stage, the right side, a lot of the set is right there in the wings. Like, we have a flower shop, we have the brownstone, and I couldn't see any of that when I saw it the first time, any of it. So I'm like, why don't you bring these set pieces more into the stage so more people can see it? That's puzzling to me. I don't understand why that is. But I think that the push and pull between the two stories, it's really interesting to me, and I think that they communicate it really well, and they've changed it since the previews. I don't remember them doing this. So before the curtain opens, they say his, hers, ending, beginning. And so it kind of sets that pace of, okay, when she sings, we're starting at the end of the relationship. When he sings, we're starting at the beginning, where I don't think they did that in early previews, and I think that's why a lot of people were confused. I'm just so into it. I don't know if I want to say this on the podcast, so like don't hate me for it, please. I think Adrienne Warren is truly fantastic, but I think her vocal tone and quality is not my taste, like my favorite. She is a powerhouse. She is such a good actress, and I can even tell that she's a really good dancer just by the way that her body moves throughout the space. But I gotta say, like, something about her voice isn't my favorite. I hate to say that, because it's not like something that somebody can really change. But I wonder if any of you guys like agree with me there. I think she's an amazing Kathy. I really do, and I wouldn't have changed her role. Wouldn't have given it to somebody else. It's just like a little personal thing that I don't know if the songs suit her voice very well. And I think somebody can make Kathy, give her more of a personality than what Adrienne Warren is currently doing. I feel like she's really reserved. And I wonder if that is because Nick Jonas is highly criticized in his portrayal of Jamie. And I wonder if she's trying to hold back at all or just like match his vibe on the stage. It's very interesting. I really wasn't going to say that on the podcast. I might cut it still because I don't know if anybody else agrees with that. I can't get over the fact that her voice sounds so much like Tina Turner. I can't get over it. I just, all I hear is her and Tina. And I'm like, I don't know if it matches. I just don't know if it matches. And I feel like that was some of the early criticism of the show when they were releasing clips online and people saying like their voices don't match together. I think they do blend together. And honestly, I think their chemistry was good. The second go round, I just felt like all of a sudden Nick Jonas was the star. I felt like he really played Jamie well. He plays it still like a little close to the chest and like a little like conservative, I'd say. Like he's not full out, but he's much better than when I saw him the first time. I just think he's found his footing a lot more. And maybe the critical reviews pointed him into the direction of how he should be playing this role. Anyways, I believe it's only a 13-week run. So you don't have much time if you want to see this. I don't think it's doing quite as well as everybody had hoped, but we'll figure out more about that once we get to the Broadway grosses. Okay, next up, please don't hate me for hating on Adrienne Warren's voice. I don't love that. I just, it's how I feel. Like I can't help it. All I hear is Tina Turner. And I'm so used to hearing like Anna Kendrick's high voice in it and like kind of like really personality and vibrant, and she just gives a lot to the character of Kathy that, I don't know, I feel like some of Adrienne Warren's jokes fell flat because we didn't really know her. We didn't really identify with her Kathy as much. Okay, moving on. Next we have Smash. So I love the Smash TV show. I have watched all there is to watch on Smash. For better or worse. I mean, the TV show goes downhill in my opinion. Smash was such a delight and so unexpected. I went in thinking, okay, this may be like low-key the water for elephants of this season. Like people are going to be really hyped for it and I think it's going to fall flat. Honey. It was so funny. And I don't know the last time I was in an audience where everybody was so energized and electrified by the show. Everybody was laughing. And would even be like a small joke. Like I feel like a lot of times you really have to go for the heavy hitters on Broadway to get a lot of people in the audience to laugh and be on board. No, Smash had so many like throwaway lines that everybody was just like doubled over cackling about. It was honestly so refreshing as an audience member because I'm cynical at this point. Like I feel like I can be sometimes negative about shows and audiences and their reception, but Smash totally changed the game. I'm like, wow, you can have like something that's not like a full on comedy and people are going to like really laugh. Whoever wrote this show, I heard it was the same person who wrote Shucked, which makes so much sense to me. They are a comedic genius because they're not setting out to be like a full comedy, but their line deliveries, well, the characters' line deliveries are just like spot on. And the way that they've written the jokes, it's not cheesy. It's relatable. That's why it's so funny is you're like, oh my gosh, I know somebody like that, or I felt that way. So okay, the book is by Bob Martin and Rick Ellis. Music is by Mark Shaman. Lyrics by Whitman and Shaman. So who also did a lot of the songs in Smash the TV show. Nobody in the cast is above the billing. That's interesting. Oh, I forgot that Steven Spielberg is like one of the head producers of this because he was one of the lead producers of the TV show as well. That is so funny. Y'all should go back. Probably 2 years ago, I did an episode. I think I did 2 episodes of From the Mezzanine. The story from the stage was about Smash and the making of the TV show. Y'all should go back and listen because I learned so much about the TV show. Okay, so my standout performers were certainly Brooke Ashmanskas and Robin Herder. I love Robin Herder, of course, because she was the original Nini in Moulin Rouge. I've always known her as a dancer. Nini, she doesn't have a lot of lines. You don't really ever hear her sing, but she's an amazing dancer in Moulin Rouge. So that's what I always associated with Robin. I was like, she's an insane dancer. How can she do it all? How can she be a triple threat? She's an amazing singer, an amazing actress, and an amazing, astounding dancer. I was like, I underestimated you, Miss Robin Herder. She can sing, she can dance, and she won't soil her pants. That's a little spam a lot for you guys. Don't y'all love whenever you just like say one word and it turns into singing like a whole show tune? Anyways, Brooke Ashmanskas, though, I've never seen him on a stage before. And I was kind of like, oh my God, why am I being mean this episode? I was kind of like, who is this knockoff Nathan Lane? I'm sorry. I shouldn't say these things. Okay, whatever. Y'all are getting the truth here today. We're giving you a little bit of what you see on the Patreon. I'm a little unhinged. But yeah, he's not no, I take it all back. I take it all back. He is so funny. I loved him. Wow, he made the show. He truly did. So did Robin Herder. But Brooks, the man that you are, comedic genius, his line delivery, his stage presence, his body language, amazing. So let me tell you a bit about what Smash is, because I've heard this said. They're like, it's about the making of a musical. I'm like, okay. And no, that's literally what it is about. It is fully a behind the scenes look. They take you to a workshop. They take you to acting classes. They take you into the writer's room, and then they take you to opening night. Oh, let me be your star. And then they take you past opening night. What happens after that? Getting the reviews. So it's fully about the making of a musical, which I found really, really interesting, of course, as somebody who's very interested in the business side of theater. I was like, oh, we're getting an inside look. I'd love to know if it's actually true, and if people who, like producers and writers who go and see the show, if they think it's relatable. I think that they do. I feel like I saw a lot about that on opening night, people saying that like they were belly laughing because it was that relatable. But I will say they changed such key parts of the TV show. For one, I like looked over, I went and saw it with Josh, friend of the pod. I looked over to him and I was like, what is this? This isn't Smash, because they changed one of the biggest plot points of the TV show, which was the fact that Ivy Lynn and Karen are vying for the role of Marilyn Monroe. No, when they open the curtain, Ivy Lynn is Marilyn Monroe, and she is so nice, so sweet, and her and Karen are like besties, best friends. And Karen even has a line, she's like, oh, Ivy, she doesn't have a dramatic diva bone in her body. And I was like, girl, that's why we love Ivy Lynn. We love the diva that she is. She gets to be a diva towards the end. I mean, it's obvious foreshadowing. When they deliver that line, you're like, okay, yeah, she doesn't have a diva bone in her body. Sure, Karen. But yeah, I was so shocked that they changed that much and didn't take us on that ride of like these two hating each other and vying for this one role, because that was like the entire first season of Smash, who would be cast as Marilyn Monroe. But I understand why they didn't do that. We want to see something different. We don't want to go in to see a full musical that we already know the full story to. At least I don't. And there were a lot of fun surprises. Honestly, I think the musical is better than the TV show. Shocking, I know. I really do. I do think Smash the Musical is better. They have so many of the classic Smash songs that you love so much. There's the like Take Me Out song. Let me look at the list of songs so I can tell y'all exactly. Of course, Let Me Be Your Star is in it quite a lot. Not just one instance. What is... Okay, The National Pastime. I loved that number. Is the National Pastime. The 20th Century Fox Mambo, that was a huge one. Don't Forget Me, I think, I think that was in the musical. I was so disappointed that Broadway Here I Come, sung by Jeremy Jordan, infamously, oh, beautiful, is not in the show. That was a disappointment. What else? Oh, They Just Keep Moving the Line. It felt really good, you guys. Like, I was really enthralled in the musical, and mainly just because of the comedy and the way the audience was reacting. It just felt like we were all on this ride together, like not knowing what was going to happen. They had a lot of like references to right now. There was a ton of references to influencers, theater influencers particularly. And me and Josh were just like, oop, because they call influencers like talentless incels. I don't know, something like that. And we were like, oops. Awkward. But I loved that aspect of it. Just like brought it in present day instead of being like early 2000s. We're writing a musical. I thought it was a good touch. And I mean, it does feel kitschy whenever these musicals introduce like influencers and iPhones and all of that. I can get why that would irk some people. I totally understand. But Smash isn't trying to be like bigger than its britches, you know? It's exactly what it is. It's cheesy, it's kitschy, it's fun, it's entertaining, it's silly. And it's great. It's a really good time. My biggest critique is that honestly, there's no reason this shouldn't have been a 90-minute musical. At intermission, I was like, wash my hands. We're done with this. Like, we found the perfect ending. It was so good, feel good. And we did not need Act 2. We truly didn't. Act 2 was fine. Like, it was fine. But I think we could have tightened it up so much better, and I just don't see why they decided to make it 2 acts. I don't think it was necessary. I wonder what the like logic is there for making musicals 1 act versus 2, because like certain musicals you would want more of, like a maybe happy ending, and others it's like you can make this more concise, you can make it tighter. And it was weird because they didn't really leave you on a cliffhanger. They left you at a big moment, the big song, the big like surprise and twist. It was all good, and they could have ended it there. There were some things they needed to tie up, but like nothing that one more song couldn't have done. So I thought that was like a really interesting choice, but nevertheless, whatever. It was fun, and I was entertained throughout. So it's all good. It's all good. Very kitschy. I don't know what it would be nominated for, to be honest with you. I could see Brooks Ashmanskas being nominated for featured actor. I would love to see Robin Herder nominated in the lead actress category, but I don't know if she will be, because I don't think Ivy Lynn's character is in the musical enough. But she was really good in it, but I don't see her being nominated. And other than that, it could be nominated for score. And book. The book was strong. So maybe in some of those more technical categories, choreography was really good. Could definitely be nominated there. I love the choreography. Anyways, I will probably be back to see Smash for a second time. It was very, very enjoyable. Next, Take the Lead. You guys, playing at Paper Mill Playhouse right now. Like I said earlier, Adrienne Bailon and Tam Mutu are in it. A Cheetah girl, Cheetah sister, and the original Duke from Moulin Rouge. That is what pulled me in to see this musical. And then I was super excited because I knew it would be so choreography heavy. I love a show that's centered around the choreography, because honestly, it brings so much energy to a show. And when you know you're going to be seeing such versatile choreography, nothing's better. Truly, nothing's better. Some of my favorite shows, it was because of the choreography. Paradise Square, Moulin Rouge, these shows, it blows your mind what our bodies can do and how they can move. And Take the Lead is no different. So let me tell you all a bit about the plot. Basically, this ballroom dance teacher, played by Tam Mutu, he is kind of on a journey of, well, he has different intentions, but he wants to be a better person. Let's just say that. And so he goes to this Bronx school where he is going to teach art to this class of Bronx students. And none of them expect him to teach them ballroom dancing, but that's what he knows, so that is what he does. And of course, these students, they're from the Bronx. They are really diverse and really colorful. And by that, I just mean like their personalities are super big and super entertaining. The way they portray their characters in this show is super relatable, funny, interesting. And of course, they're mixing like Bronx style dance with ballroom. ballroom, and that makes it epically awesome. And I knew it would. It feels so much like a mix between In the Heights and Bring It On, I'd say, just with the energy, the color, the vibrance. Wow. And let me tell you right now, I wouldn't change a hair on its head. Send it to Broadway. Take the Lead is more than ready. It was Broadway caliber already with the set and the actors. I think I would love to see this play on Broadway, and I think it would do so well. And some of the songs, amazing. I need them to release a cast album. Please don't wait until you come to Broadway, but knock on wood, they better be thinking about Broadway. It will do so well. Like, this is going to be one of those shows that I am going to ride for through the end. I really think it could do amazingly. It's a feel-good story. It's very similar to like your Camp Rock or something like that. Like, you know, it's all leading up to this ballroom dance competition. And, they're such the underdog. Like, these kids are they become super duper inspired and interested in ballroom dance. And by the end, you're just really proud of them. And yeah, you know, it's like that competition where you're like, oh, will they win? Won't they? And it's awesome. From the start to finish, the energy was amazing. Low-key, little anecdote, Ryan McCartan was sitting right behind me. And I was like, oh my God, Ryan McCartan's right behind me. It was crazy. But yeah, speaking of the devil, there he is. Yeah, Take the Lead, highly recommend. It is playing at Paper Mill Playhouse until April 27th. That's in New Jersey. It took us like 45 minutes to drive out there. It's super quick. Go see the show, support it. I wish I could see how it was doing in terms of ticket sales. I guess I could look on their website. That's what I'm going to do because I need it to do well. And I just think Adrienne Bailon, she was so good. Her voice was amazing. Surprisingly, I thought like, oh, she was like a Disney Channel star. You know, they throw some auto-tune on there, whatever. No, her voice, like butter. It was way better even than when she was on Cheetah Girls. So yeah, love Take the Lead. I cannot wait to see the journey it takes after Paper Mill. And the last show that I am recapping for you guys, like I said, I don't have the playbill. I lost it. I don't know, somebody stole it. Who knows? But I saw Boop the musical, and this has been highly anticipated. It has actually been one of those shows that from the beginning, I've kind of been underestimating it. Just like, why do we need Boop the musical? It's really similar to like your Barbie or Enchanted. You know, the Disney movie Enchanted. I was like, it's very similar. Like, it's such a common trope. Like, this character gets thrown into the real world. What could go wrong? That's the vibe. No, it was so cute, so feel good. Jasmine Amy Rogers, she's everything. I don't see how anybody could play this role any better. She embodies Boop in such a cute and authentic way. Like, I want to be like Betty Boop now. Like, I've never been a Betty Boop girl. I didn't grow up watching the cartoons. A lot of their references I wasn't understanding. I don't know who Grampy is. I don't know who Blue Eyes is. I don't know who the dog is. So I'm just not like familiar with this world of Betty Boop. So I was kind of just like, this kind of feels like a money grab in a way. Like, we have this really identifiable and recognizable IP. Let's use it, which sure. But no, the audience seemed really on board, and like they were familiar with like the dog and Grampy, and like they knew sometimes they would make like a reference and it would get a big laugh. I didn't get it, but that's okay. A lot of people did. But all in all, I was so impressed. I went in with low expectations, like I mentioned. At intermission, I was like, cute. Like, I feel happy. I feel good. And I love feeling that in a Broadway show. I was not bored. I thought so much of the music was amazing. I loved the Act 2 opener. Where is Betty? Betty's here. The Act 2 was so cool. And I don't want to ruin it for you guys. Because the moment it happened, like the little like cool moment, everybody was like, so I don't want to say what happened, but Act 2 opener, really, really cute. And I just love the premise. It was entertaining. It was super kitschy. Like, it was kitschy and it was a little cheesy, but sometimes that's how you want to feel on Broadway. Like, why can't we just be happy? You know what I mean? I don't need to cry at a Broadway show. But sometimes I do need that. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, Betty Boop, I do think it could be nominated for costumes. Thought the book was pretty good. So, like, most of the songs are amazing. I, of course, love the Act 2 finale. I'm where I wanna be. I've been singing that song for over a year when I first heard Jasmine Amy Rogers sing it. So maybe it could be nominated for score. I think Jasmine Amy Rogers will be nominated now that I've seen it for leading actress, but I don't see anybody else in the cast being nominated. Nobody else was like a huge standout to me. I wish I had the playbill. Okay, there is one song that I just absolutely was obsessed with, and it's the Mayor song, Let's Do This or something. I don't know what it's called. So funny. There's just a lot of like different elements. I like when a musical doesn't have like one tone in all of their score that it sounds like, you know what I mean? I like when it changes a lot, like based on the character. And I feel like, okay, this is a crazy thing to bring up, but I feel like New York, like is the first thing I thought of that does that really well. Like all of the different areas, the cities and the cultures had like a different sound. And I really like that. I feel like Betty Boop was very similar. Like the Mayor song was like, I don't know, like very political sounding. And then all of Betty Boop's were very like superstar belt moment. And, you know, it was awesome. And then, of course, like Blue Eyes' songs were very jazzy and the little girls' songs are very aspirational. You know, like I like how it all kind of felt different because that keeps the pace and the momentum of the musical just really energized and moving forward. So I thought Betty Boop, what a nice, pleasant surprise. Go see it. Like, would recommend. I'd probably rate it an 8 out of 10. Just fun, fresh, lighthearted, cutesy. So cutesy. So I think we've been talking for 1,000 hours about all of the shows that I've seen and miscast. So without further ado, let's get into the Broadway grosses. Alrighty, folks, this is for the week ending on April 6th. How are we already in April? I don't know. Our top grossing musical, holy cow, is Othello, and they grossed $3.1 million. Oh my gosh. Of course, it's such a busy time right now, what with spring break happening. Wow, that's crazy. Good Night and Good Luck is number 2, and they grossed barely below that, which is just wild because the Winter Garden is so much bigger. Wow. Wicked is 3. Lion King is 4. The difference between Good Night and Good Luck and Wicked is nearly $1 million. Let that sink in. Holy cow. Wicked is grossing like 2.5 million. Good Night and Good Luck is at 3.1. That's insane. Lion King is right below Wicked at 4. Hamilton is 5. Glengarry Glen Ross is 6. They're grossing 1.7 million. So that's a big discrepancy, but I'm not surprised. You have legends of Hollywood in the other two with George Clooney and Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal. So I'm not surprised that they're just soaring above the grosses. And Glengarry Glen Ross, Kieran Culkin, Bob Odenkirk, it's got heavy hitters, but nothing compares. Like these are Denzel and George Clooney are like the A-list of A-list Hollywood actors. The Outsiders is 7. That makes me so happy. And congratulations to The Outsiders for celebrating 1 year on Broadway. Oh, you have such a big piece of my heart. Aladdin is 8. The Picture of Dorian Gray is 9. I don't think we've seen them in the top 10 yet. MJ is 10. Oh, Mary, it was Titus Burgess last week, and now Cole Escola is back in the role. So they are at 11. Good for them. And Gypsy is at 12. Get this, though. Gypsy had a 71% capacity. Audra must have been out, but they still grossed a ton. Wow. Moulin Rouge is doing really well. Death Becomes Her, Great Gatsby is doing well. Cabaret, Sunset, they're all up there. Let's look at what's at the bottom. This is what we really need to spend some time doing since we've had so many Broadway arrivals. Next week, it'll be really interesting, though, because we've also had so many openings. So after openings, it'll be cool to see how things kind of like fall into place in terms of the new musicals in Broadway grosses. So this is kind of surprising to me. And I know that the Booth Theater is literally one of the smallest theaters on Broadway. But John Proctor as the Villain is our lowest grossing Broadway show last week. They had 100% capacity, so no harm done. But they're really not making a lot of money. Real Women Have Curves. This was their first week. But they had 8 performances and they were at a 77% capacity. So that's really not good. Boop actually is really low. You know what? Maybe we shouldn't talk about these ones that are still in previews because I really think it's going to change. Boop had a 93% capacity, but somehow they're still grossing like $400,000. Like, not a lot. Interesting. And Floyd Collins' first week, they had 80% capacity. Wow. Last 5 years is doing a little bit better, but I still think it's lower than what they expected with 97% capacity and $700,000 for the week. Stranger Things is also lower than I thought. We just have so many still in previews. Okay, Smash is doing pretty well. They're just below Just in Time. Smash had 89% capacity. Just in Time had 100%. Okay, maybe Happy Ending is finding their place a little bit higher. They're above Just in Time. They grossed just under 1 million and have a 96% capacity. Wowie zowie, you guys. That's crazy. Things are really changing. Like once we get into like the last week of April, right before Tony noms, heart palpitations, steady my breathing. I can't wait for Tony noms. I'm so excited. But once we get into like the end of April, I feel like we're going to see how things settle out and we'll have a good idea of what's going to be a success on Broadway in this new season. So crazy. This is literally what my life revolves around and I love it. I wouldn't change a thing. Okay, so folks, we have some exciting and also heartbreaking Broadway news this week. First, let's start with the exciting. Liz Gillies and Milo Manheim have extended their run in Little Shop of Horrors, which thank you so much. Thank you for doing that because I desperately need to come again. I'm entering that telecharge lottery. Has anybody won the telecharge lottery? Comment down below. Yes, no, I need to know. I need to know that there's hope in the world because I desperately need to see it again. But the prices, they're still crazy. I think the lowest cost ticket is like $101, which I really don't want to pay. But let me know if you've won the lottery for Liz and Milo. I need to see. So they have now extended their run through June 1st. Thank you. They just did a morning show performance where they sang downtown, it's your home address, you live downtown, where your life's a mess. It was so cute and I love them. I know I don't need to say it again. I know you guys know, but Liz and Milo, they're amazing and I really want them to extend again. They should just stay. They should be the permanent residents of Skid Row. I don't want Milo to go. I wonder if he wants to do more on Broadway. I would love to see him in The Outsiders. That would be insane. The moment The Outsiders stunt casts somebody is going to be like a huge moment. Like the sky is falling kind of moment. Like it's going to be epic. And I think Milo Manheim would make a beautiful literally anybody. Like I could even see him as Bob. But honestly, like Soda Pop, that would be crazy. I know y'all don't want Jason Schmidt to go. I know. I don't either, but Milo, I just need him to stay on Broadway. I really do. He's so good. Okay, anyways, so that is a great piece of news that we got this week. Super positive. Makes me happy that they're doing so well and that Little Shop wants to keep them for a little bit longer. I know Little Shop, like, they love to keep that revolving door moving of amazing people coming in, but why don't we just sit for a while with the amazing people we have, shall we? Sounds like a plan to me. Okay, and now our sad news for the week. Titanique, the long-running show at the Daryl Roth, is leaving. They have announced their closing date. Titanique has set their final day for June 15th. Upon closing, wow, this is such a success. And I know that they feel like there's, like obviously Titanique has been, like, second to Little Shop, I'd say. Titanique is the primary off-Broadway show. Like nothing else comes to mind other than those two. Like they are top of mind when you think off-Broadway. But when Titanique closes, they will have played 1,221 performances. And since it's in June, I have to imagine Amber Ardolino is staying on until the end. I bet that she's increased sales because she's just so beloved in the theater community. And I am sad. Titanique is such a staple at the Daryl Roth, but I'm very excited to see what comes next. You never know. And I mean, they've been playing for years. They've made their statement. They've had so many awesome people come into the show. And I just think up until June 15th, it's going to be even a bigger celebration over at Titanique. Would love to see it in their final month. Yeah, I think I might go and see it again. Who do we have in the cast right now? Let me look it up. Off-Broadway's biggest sleigh. That's what they have on their website. I love how self-aware Titanique is. Okay, yeah. So, of course, Amber Ardolino, our queen from TikTok, is Celine Dion. Okay, I thought so. Leah Delaria, who I saw in POTUS, she is Ruth right now. And they were huge in Orange is the New Black, so you definitely know who they are. Andrew Keenan Bolger is Victor Garber right now. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think I'll see it one more time before it goes, just because it's quintessential. Titanique, iconic. We love her, and she's gonna be so missed. But I feel like she's gonna tour. Like, she's not dead. Celine, you can never take her down. Like, she's coming back for sure. Okay, and our last news story is quite a doozy. It's super random, weird, obscure. You might be like, Lindsey, why are you telling us about this? But I just like have to talk about it to somebody because I haven't heard anybody talking about it. J-Lo is in this new movie musical, Kiss of the Spider Woman, which is based off of a book, which was created into a Broadway musical, I believe in the 90s. And now it's being made into a movie musical starring Jennifer Lopez. Now, this is interesting to me because J-Lo is at such a sticky point in her career. I feel like she is on the outskirts of like public acceptance. Like, people are not into J-Lo right now. They're making fun of her. A lot of people are saying like she doesn't sing her own songs, that she like lip syncs, and like she released that documentary that people memed to high heaven where she was looking in the mirror and she was like, what did she say? I can't even remember now, but she's just like, you're tough or something like that. I don't know. She's just really like at this place. Gen Z doesn't understand her. And what does she do? She's going to star in a movie musical, which like doesn't seem like a logical next step to me, but she's doing it. And this musical is going to be released in theaters come October 10th. This is just such a choice to me. For numerous reasons, but mainly because her career, she canceled a tour recently and it's rumored it was because of like low ticket sales. So J-Lo, girly, like, yeah, if you want acceptance, I would say for the most part, theater people are very accepting, especially to A-list actors. Did y'all know J-Lo asked Lin-Manuel Miranda to write her a musical back in 2016. So she has been trying to step out into this sphere for quite a while, it seems. She's been at the Othello premiere. She was at the Good Night and Good Luck premiere. She is making her mark. And the fact that she is aligning herself with Broadway makes me feel like it's not just the movie musical Kiss of the Spider Woman. I feel like there's more. Like, maybe we're about to get a revival that she's starring in. Like, why would she be going to all of these Broadway show premieres if she wasn't also going to be on Broadway? Like, the movie doesn't seem like the full reason to me, but I am just going off of intuition, because once people start stepping out more and more in person, like they're trying to get people to see them as a Broadway performer, as a Broadway affiliated person. So I think there's more than just this movie that we're about to get. But let me tell y'all the plot of Kiss of the Spider Woman, because it's low-key interesting, and also I'm still confused. I think there's already a movie out there, so maybe I'll watch that to like gain some insight. But here's the plot. Kiss of the Spider Woman centers on a pair of cellmates in an Argentine prison. Valentin is a political revolutionary, while Molina is a gay window dresser who takes care of him by telling him the stories of his favorite films, many of which star his favorite movie star of all, Aurora. But the one story he fears telling is Aurora's greatest role, the Spider Woman. Anyways, I need y'all to know. I need some of my listeners who are more familiar with Kiss of the Spider Woman to tell me if J-Lo is a good casting. I truly don't know. It's just so odd to me that this is occurring, and I need more information. But I thought I would tell the FTM listeners because literally nobody's talking about it. But we're going to know all about it come October 10th, whenever it is released in movie theaters. And low key, that's like around the same time as Wicked is going to be released. So I feel like they're riding the coattails of Wicked a bit. Like, okay, movie musicals, they're cool again. Here, take this one with J-Lo. And everybody's going to kind of be, I think it's going to be, I don't know. It just seems so crazy to me. So crazy. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's amazing. And let's just say I'm intrigued. Like, I'm interested. But it doesn't feel like a coincidence that they're releasing similar to the same time as Wicked, because they're like, wow, the public's seeing movie musicals all of a sudden in movie theaters. Why don't you see this one in anticipation of Wicked coming? That's what it feels like. So that's our news for this week. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of From the Mezzanine. I have been your host, Lindsey Stone. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at From the Mezzanine Broadway. You can also find all FTM related things on FromTheMezzanine.com. You can also find my Patreon for $5.99 a month. You can become my Broadway bestie and meet me at the stage door over there for a little chat after this episode. Once again, thank you. Please subscribe wherever you're listening. Leave me a rate and review if you loved what you heard. Share it with your Broadway bestie because I'm sure they're going to love it just as much as you. And I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.